everybody, it's Jang here from JangBricks.com with a look at a LEGO City set from 2011. This one came with 294 pieces and it's called Marina. Let's look first at the main structure. So the idea here is that the water is mostly on this side, and this is a little area where you can dock a boat right here. This is also a footbridge which goes over a channel, so you could have water that would be flowing through there, possibly an inlet into a bay or estuary or a small little lagoon. And then this area right here is a little bit of beach that's represented by the tan color here. So that's right up against the shore. As you look around this, you can see that it is not as deep as it is wide, especially right here we get pretty thin, and the structures are open on the back sides to try to give you a little bit better access for putting minifigs in there. Here's a closer look at the back of the Paradise Cafe, the modern Paradise Cafe. I like this section in here. This is a really good use of space. Nice little corner unit with a table there. They've got a lamp up above, nice umbrella. It just fits in very nicely, and I appreciate the use of these clear panel pieces on the sides. Just gives it a little bit of class. However, when you look on the inside, this is supposed to be the inside of the cafe where you'd go to actually purchase food, and I'm presuming that the food would be prepared in there. You've got a little menu here for ordering. Get your coffee there. Okay, that makes sense. And then you have just a cabinet, and I guess that's supposed to be a counter. Maybe that's the ordering counter or something. It's a little bit lacking, really. I wish that there was more stuff in here. It's not even a checkout register. Now downstairs, there is a checkout register in the surf shop. There's not so much to see from the back of this either, so a little bit empty there too. But there you can see an air tank, and there is the checkout register itself, little computer, little cabinet underneath, and you've got some cabinets on the sides for storing some products. However, normally these are empty, and they don't really intentionally give you anything to use there. You could sell, I guess, this harpoon gun, spear gun, I guess. But turning this around, okay, now you start to see a little bit. Just put that girl there just to show you scale and such. You can buy some of these, or maybe you can rent them for the day. It's got a little sticker on the top. You've got a surfboard here, so I'm assuming that you can buy or rent that. That's a good thing. And then they also have some personal flotation devices. Looks like one of them fell off. This is a nice little use of this bar piece for putting these on here. Out here, this brown color is supposed to represent the wood planks on the top of the dock. These are little bumpers to make sure that boats don't get scraped up on the sides. And at the end of this very short little pier, you have a little indicator light just to let everybody know that there is something there to watch out for. Over here, this footbridge is, well, it's kind of plain. It's basic, but it does the job. The general idea here is just, you want to be able to have people being able to go over the bridge. I wish that it was a little bit wider or something like that. It's kind of odd to me for it to be triangular quite that much, but it does the job. It's successful in just creating a path. Now down here, this is, like I said, this is supposed to be beach section here, represented by this tan. Got another little boardwalk here. The idea of this section is that it's actually a little bit covered. You could store this ATV, which I'll show again in a minute. You store that under there if you like. Here you do have a way, unlike with the cafe, here you do have a way to get up to the second floor. You have a nice ladder on the side, that's proper, and this is the lifeguard's post. So this is where he would hang out. He's got a little seat there. He's got cover up above him. He's got a lifesaver there that he can take with him and throw out to folks who need it. And it's a good spot where you can just get a good overview of what's going on around the beach. Got a few little colorful flags around there just to add a little bit of extra detail and texture to the thing. This boat is my favorite feature of the set. It's pretty nicely detailed. This thing is set up pretty well. I like this little curved section here. It has a printed piece for the cockpit, some controls there, including something sliding that looks like it would actually be used for controlling throttle. On the back here, you've got a couple of simulated outboard motors. They're simple enough, don't have any propellers or anything, but that's okay because this allows you to sit it right down on the ground. This is a floating hull. You can actually use this in a bathtub, for example, because it does trap some air underneath there and actually will stay up even if you put some extra stuff in there. So that is a very good thing. And in the front, you've got space for 2 passengers who can be taken out on a tour. It looks like it is a boat for a diving trip. So it's got space to put your little fins, and over here I guess you could set up with 2 separate sets of scuba gear in total. Got room for all that. Got a little extra helmet right here. That's not the one that I will show on the minifigs in a minute. And with a snorkel visor on it, extra space there. That's cool. The little windsurfing rig will not float for real in actual water, but I like the design, nice and low profile. This thing has been around for quite a long time. Pretty simple thing. The coolest thing about this is that it actually has a ball joint down at the bottom, so you can really angle this around, but I've just set it up with the minifig in place so you can see how it would be able to lean back against the force of the wind. That looks pretty good. Here's the Lifeguard's little ATV or quad. Very small, very basic construction. Not as simple as they get, but pretty close. This is another thing that just does the job. I like the coloring on it. That works out well. Little bar on the front, roll bar on the back, and this is just a spot where you can add another accessory. So you can hang a helmet here, or you can hang a PFD or the flotation ring. You know, it's just a good place to add an extra accessory. You could actually sit a single minifigure down in here and stand another one up on the back without changing anything around. So again, small, simple, but does the job. Same thing with this, although this is even more plain. It's just a little buoy, just to represent the area where some water exists, or maybe you could use it as a indicator of where somebody is currently diving, you know, to look out to make sure that nobody drives a motorboat over them. So simple little thing. This was a pleasant surprise. These are all extras. These were not listed in the inventory for the set as far as I could see. So this is all extra stuff, and you can definitely use a lot of these to put into those cabinets and just add some more products to the surf shop to make it not look quite so empty. For minifigs, officially these are billed left to right as the Lifeguard, then a sailor. They just call him a sailor. They don't give him a sailboat, but he's the one that you can use to pilot the motorboat that's included here. A girl who could be doing anything around this entire little structure and such. This is your windsurfer dude. And then this is a diver who has the same head and same face as me. That's my sig fig face. Kind of funny because I've never actually done any scuba diving. I wonder if this is a peek into the future. Well, anyway, here's a look at the backs of the torsos. You can see the prints there. I'm not going to take off this air tank because I can just tell you that this is the exact same print as you see here. So you get 2 of those torsos. My personal opinion, this is missing something. I don't know, it just seems too open and too sparse all the way around. It has some nice qualities to it for sure. I like the cafe section, although it could use some more detailing in it. The boat is cool. The general idea of the shop is cool. The number of minifigs is cool. But to me, so many things are empty, and all this space in here is just a lot of large, open, empty, rectangular spaces. It really doesn't excite me that much. Didn't look that exciting on the box either. Started to feel a little bit better for me as I actually built all the components, but then once it was all together, everything was connected. Once again, just feels like a lot of little things are missing from this. Again, just my personal opinion though. Feel free to voice your opinion in the comments section. Let other folks watching the video know what you think about this set, especially if you've considered purchasing it or if you own it yourself. I appreciate your time in watching the video and leaving a comment if you do. And I'm going to get back to building some more stuff, bringing you more reviews of new and old LEGO sets, as well as working on some more custom builds. As always, follow everything that I do that's LEGO related on my blog at jangbricks.com, and I will talk to you again very soon.